Kylian Mbappe was PSG's best attacker against Dortmund yesterday, and the hate train is unjust, and I'm going to explain why. When, as a society, did we start judging players on their performance without context? Firstly, to address those who said that he quote-unquote ghosted, do you know what ghosting means? If he ghosted, why did he create 2 chances for Kolo Muani and Ousmane Dembele, who scuffed them? Why was he dropping deep and starting counterattacks? Why was he creating space for his teammates to run into? Why did he dribble past 2 players and hit the crossbar? Why was he pressing the goalkeeper and the centre-backs? Why was he dropping deep and linking up with our wingers? So he was doing all of that, but he ghosted. Right. Ridiculous. One thing that I will not do and have not done for a while now is judge attackers' performances who do not receive service. I will judge them if they do receive service and they miss their chances, but I will not judge attackers who do not receive the ball. Mbappe barely received the ball yesterday, and it was not for a lack of trying. Twice did Ousmane Dembele find himself on the edge of the penalty area with Kylian Mbappe to his right in a better position to shoot, and Ousmane Dembele decided to take the shot, skying both. Mbappe started an action with Bradley Barcola on the left wing, ran to the centre of the penalty area and had a clear chance on goal, waiting for the return. And what did Barcola do? Passed the ball behind him, and the attack went nowhere. Is that Mbappe's fault? The countless runs in behind that he made that were ignored. The amount of times he would try to start a counter-attack and Ousmane Dembele or Vitinha would slow the game down and then Dortmund got their defence back. Or when Kolo Muani got subbed on and Mbappe would pass the ball, run into space and ask for the return. And Muani would lose the ball. But that's Mbappe's fault. The amount of times he found himself in space at the edge of the penalty area on the left side, asking for the ball at his feet, and it never came. The amount of times yesterday that I saw him go like that after a failed attempt on goal because he was in a better space to receive the ball and the ball never came. Because our players were selfish. And I'm not saying that Mbappe was a saint yesterday. Far from it. He lost the ball a few times, and at times he could have improved his positioning. Yet for the most part, he was begging for the ball at his feet, and the pass never came. I see people comparing with Vinicius against Bayern. Vinny was worse on the ball against Bayern. Almost every attack he attempted was stopped by Kimmich. But unlike Mbappe, Vinicius's run into space for his first goal was not ignored. No, he had Toni Kroos. We don't have a Toni Kroos. We have Kang Lee, who can make those passes. Kang wasn't on the pitch. The only player on the pitch that might have been able to make a pass like that, funnily enough, is Marquinhos. We also didn't have a Kim Min-jae either, who failed to defend. So it's a false comparison, and anybody comparing it do not know what they're talking about. As for people saying I need to keep the same energy for Bellingham, Bellingham is a midfielder who constantly lost the ball and couldn't string 2 passes together. Mbappe is a striker who did not get service. 2 different things. Mbappe, when he actually received the ball, was direct. He created chances for his teammates and he found himself in good positions to score. He just didn't receive the service. Bellingham just performed poorly on the ball and in defence. I also find it hilarious that against Barca, when I called out Mbappe for his performance, I was a hater. But now I'm biased. Maybe, just maybe, I'm truthfully evaluating the game based on what I saw. Not like you guys who like to use SofaScore and GA to determine how good a player was. But yeah, that's just my 2 piece pence.